Hi, welcome Saturday Workshop Facilitators. Thank you so much for joining me for this orientation screencast. I'll give a brief overview of what to expect at our Saturday sessions and how to prepare. This year we have new and returning facilitators. Our facilitators are teachers in the classroom as well as teachers on special assignment. We have teachers and facilitators who are elementary, middle, and high school. Our vision for you as a leader is to really honor and recognize the adult learning principles. So recognizing that our adult learners learn differently than students. We hope that you will develop your facilitation skills, specifically around pushing candidate thinking through asking probing questions and facilitating candidate-to-candidate interactions and development of ideas. You will have an opportunity to prepare and deliver professional development for your peers. And finally, with all of our network events for candidates, for NVCTs, for everyone, this is an opportunity for you to make professional connections to your colleagues. Our philosophy at the National Board Support Program is that we offer time, space, and tools for candidates to develop their components and to think more deeply about their teaching and student learning. You as a facilitator are not expected to be an expert on a specific component or aspect of candidacy, but rather a facilitator who provides the time, space, and tools for candidates to dive more deeply into their candidacy by analyzing student work, analyzing their teaching, and reflecting upon it. Our agenda for Saturday workshops for the 28th of October, December 2nd, and February 10th is all the same. At 8 a.m., you'll please arrive to set up your room. This might look like moving some tables around to facilitate adult learning. Make sure that all the tech is working properly. You'll meet Sarah and I most likely in the lobby of the auditorium to grab your bin. In your bin, you'll have everything you need, all the tech needs that you'll have, as well as copies of the handouts for your session. From 8:30 to 9, you can come down and grab some breakfast, and if you need to go back up and finish setting up the room, that's fine. At 9 o'clock, we'll have announcements in the auditorium. If you can come down to hear the announcements, that would be helpful so that you have the same information and can communicate the same information to candidates as we are. Then we'll transition to our workshops from 9:30 to 11:50. Your candidates will be in their sessions with you in the classrooms. Sometime in that session, you may choose to offer a break for candidates to use the restroom and grab another cup of coffee and give them a break. From 11:50 to 12 o'clock, candidates will stay in the classrooms. You will sign their QTAA passport if they'd like to use it, and also encourage that all candidates please fill out the feedback form in the classrooms. Typically, we ask candidates to fill out the feedback form. Once we see that that feedback form is completed, then we'll go ahead and stamp the QTEA passport. From 12 to 1, facilitators will come and meet with each other to debrief and have lunch. At that time, from 12 to 1, oftentimes candidates will work independently in rooms or with their cohort or in small groups as well. So that's offered. At 1 o'clock, the building is closed and the parking lot is closed as well. On April 7th, the schedule is just a little bit different because candidates choose 2 sessions to attend. The sessions are a little bit shorter, and we offer 2 sessions for that Saturday. For that reason, our announcements are a little bit shorter. The first morning workshop is from 9:20 to 10:30, and then the second one is from 10:40 to 11:50. The roles and responsibilities. Your responsibilities are to plan the session and identify or create any supporting materials. These sessions are predominantly planned. However, you can have an opportunity to make this session your own. So any facilitation techniques or styles that you have, please bring those into the session. If you have, for example, an opening community builder that you have used in the past with success, you may change that, switch that out from the one that's already in the plan. So you're welcome to make changes based on your facilitation style. In the facilitator's guide, please document your facilitation moves so that you have a plan of what the facilitation will look like, and also so that we as a program have a record of how that session has been facilitated in the past. Your slides will be made, but if you want to make any changes to those slides, or if you make changes to the plan, you would of course want to modify the slides to represent those changes. Like I said, you'll prepare the room for the session, so that might mean moving some tables. You'll be posting the posters up of adult learning theory, for example, as well as a parking lot. Please leave the room the way you found it. So if you had to move some tables, please return them back to the place that they were found, and return your box to the auditorium lobby. Erin, Arnold, myself, and Sarah will be there to collect those and put them back into the van. Then you'll also be expected to reflect and debrief with the team from 12 to 1. And also, if there's any changes based on your facilitation that you would like to make to the facilitator's guide, please take some time at the end after your session to make those changes or notes. Our responsibilities, the National Board Support Program, our responsibilities to you is to provide the facilitator's guide and the slide template. All those guides and templates for the slides are already made. We'll update the slides with any new program information. We'll make photocopies of all the supporting materials and handouts that you need for your candidates for the session. Provide any technology that you need, and any supplies that you might need as well. If you have any questions or need any support before the workshop, we're here to help plan with you or help go over logistics. We'll assign all the participants to your session, provide you lunch, and of course pay out the MOU. Just a little bit of a breakdown of the time commitment that you are expected to be making. Approximately 9 hours will be spent total on your Saturday session. That breaks down to about 3 hours of planning and preparation, so you'll be reviewing and revising your workshop plan, your slides, your facilitation guide, as well as the materials checklist. Make sure that you're comfortable and familiar with the content and the delivery of the workshop. You'll spend 5 hours during the day of the session, so that schedule has been gone over already, but arriving at 8 a.m., no later than 8 a.m. please, and then departing at 1 p.m. And then about an hour after the session to make any revisions or any notes based on your reflections from the session. Note any successes or any challenges, and also review the candidate feedback from the feedback forms. So you'll be shared with you'll have a folder shared with you that has all the materials that you need that I had discussed, the facilitation guide, the slides, the materials checklist, and any handouts. Right now I'm going to go live and show you how to navigate that folder. So your folder will look like this, and in that folder, this is the folder for the Component 3 Overview and Planning session. You'll have your slides right here, the Facilitator's Guide, the Materials Checklist, and then any handouts that are called for in the Facilitation Guide will be found in here, as well as any additional resources that have been referenced in the past. So just quickly, I'll open up each one of these items. Here you'll find that there's already a populated slide deck for this session and for most sessions. We'll have the public folder in here. At the end, you'll see a slide that shows candidates how to complete their QTEA form. I'll also make sure that the feedback form is up to date in your slides, and you can go through and make any changes based on your changes to your plan that you've made, so that your slides reflect your plan for your session. Here's the facilitator's guide. There's some general program guidelines at the top here, and then you'll find an outline of what is happening throughout your session and the time. Again, feel free to make changes based on your facilitation style as well as the needs of your candidates. Here you'll find that on the right-hand column, the facilitators marked who would be facilitating each section to help plan. Facilitators tend to get together either in person or virtually to go through the facilitation guide and really make sure that they are ready and prepared for the session. And finally, the materials checklist. The materials checklist should have the most up-to-date information from last year. However, changes can be made to the session, so please make sure, check that all the links are correct and that all the handouts that you need for your session are listed here. So these are all the copies that we, the National Board Support Program, will make for you so they're available to your candidates. If there's 2 facilitators, we'll print out two copies of the facilitator guide. We'll print out your slides. We'll have some blank QTA passports. And then any handouts here, just please check and make sure that each one of these links points to the correct handout that you actually have, that you want for that session. And in parentheses afterwards, I'll go ahead once I know how many people are in your session, how many participants, I'll go ahead and put that number in so that we know how many copies. Make sure you download the slides to a laptop with using the Microsoft Windows or Word. I'm blanking on the name of PowerPoint. Download it to PowerPoint, sorry, so that in case the Wi-Fi goes out, you'll have a PowerPoint version as well. We haven't had any instances where the Wi-Fi goes down, but it's just a nice habit. We'll make sure that you have the poster set, so Adult Learning Theory, the parking lot, and a large copy of the Architecture of Accomplished Teaching. Participant toolkits, we'll have one for each 4 participants. We'll have a presenter toolkit. If you, for example, don't need speakers, you can go ahead and cross that out so that we know that you don't need it. You'll need to bring your own laptop, and you'll indicate which facilitator is going to bring that laptop here. The projector will either be in the room already or we'll send one out, and then we'll be sure to make sure that you have a VGA adapter and a clicker. So please be sure to update this document and make sure that it reflects the handouts that you call for in your session plan. Okay, so I want to thank you so much, and I really look forward to seeing you at the next Saturday session. I really appreciate all the hard work that you do, and so do the candidates. So thank you for devoting your Saturday to working with candidates, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and goodbye.